My dad was always my hero. He was always my role model. Looking back with a childhood where we were always around each other, I think I was with him the most. I can't imagine myself being where I am today without his guidance. And in terms of our family, he's always been the one kind of leading the way.
My dad is the most loving and caring person. Family has always been very important to him, and as I've seen him grow older, I see how much more important that is to him. I had always idolized my parents' relationship growing up. My mom and dad really loved each other, cared about each other, and that was shown in the way, they treated my brothers and sister and I. They're always making one another laugh, and they still hold hands, and we always knew that they loved one another and they loved us.
My name is Michael McCormack. I'm 57 years old, and I was diagnosed with younger onset Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's disease is the buildup of amyloid plaques and tau tangles in the brain that lead to the destruction of brain cells over time. We know that process begins many, many years before someone develops the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease, which are frequently memory problems. But that buildup of amyloid and tau may begin as early as 10, 20, or even 30 years before you start having memory problems.
It's definitely a change for all of us. I pretty much take it day to day. We say we live in Michael's world now, so we kind of gauge our day on how Michael feels. Some days you would look at Michael and you wouldn't know he has younger onset Alzheimer's. And that was part of our frustration when we first got his diagnosis. People would say, oh, he doesn't look like he has Alzheimer's. How do you look when you have Alzheimer's? Michael's Michael. He's always going to be that to us.
I'd always imagined Alzheimer's disease as affecting the elderly population. So when we got this diagnosis, it was hard to understand and, what can we do to learn about it and accept it.
For individuals who are diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease in their 40s or 50s, that younger onset Alzheimer's disease, I really feel for those individuals. That's an enormous injustice. Those are countless years, and in those cases, decades of life that are robbed of them. Forming a memory and then retrieving a memory requires intention.
First thing we did is our primary care was very proactive. He told us to reach out to the Alzheimer's Association, which we did. We went in for an interview, and they told us about the services they offer.
Good afternoon, this is Kathy on the helpline. How can I help you today?
And gave us information, phone numbers, 24-hour hotlines, anything that they could do to help us.
When I first talked with the people at the Alzheimer's Association, I felt at ease. I felt I was going to be part of something like a family.
All of the programs for the Alzheimer's Association are free of charge. And that's important to everyone because it doesn't matter what social class you're in. You have that ability to reach out to someone and you know that support's going to be there.
The only path to a world without Alzheimer's disease is if everyone gets involved. We need people that can donate funds. We need people to volunteer for research trials. We need people to raise awareness at walks and events.
The walk made us realize that there are so many more people out there just like us and that you're not alone in this. And I think that's a huge role that the Alzheimer's Association did for us. They made us realize that you're never going to be alone in this. We're always there for you. And that day just put the exclamation point on it.
Therapies to prevent the disease are just around the corner. Therapies to treat the disease or reverse the symptoms are in their earliest stages. So with more research at the basic science level, we'll be able to have treatments that we can test in just the next few years.
I have reason to hope because of the love and support of my family, my friends, the support from the Alzheimer's Association for what they do for us families day in and day out.
I've been fortunate enough that my dad's been my best friend. And that's something I wouldn't trade for the world. Through the best of times, through the worst of times, he's always been there. And hopefully I can hold up my end of the bargain and be there for him when he needs me now.